Hey, I threw this 3-minute clip in really quick because I know that a lot of you are familiar with this spot, but I've just found this. And I put this in for a reason because I really want you to take in what you're seeing. Because wait till I show you. Now, I have lots of clips since this clip as well, but I figured it'd be better, instead of getting those and showing you the comparisons, is to show you the first time I walk into Bigfoot Universe this year. And I just want to show you what has been done here. It's absolutely incredible how this has escalated into this unbelievable situation. It was unbelievable when we walked in there. But I just take this in. It's only 3 minutes, and then it's me driving and vlogging. This is just amazing. This is Bigfoot Universe, and this is just for certain people. Just remember. I'll remember to tell you. I'll be like, remember that clip I put in? Now look at it. This is what I want to do. And maybe I'll have to throw this in again if you want me to, but I don't like to repeat clips, but I need you to remember what this looked like 4 years ago. Look at Dan. Sorry, my voice is loud over the voiceover. I apologize. I can turn it down, but it's a pain. More triples in the back. They're right there watching us. It's so funny. We have no idea what we're doing. We have a sort of an idea, but... oh man. So you guys enjoy. I kind of liked what happened. It's a closed road, and I got to see all these things I really would never been able to spot without sitting there. So I think highways are amazing to really look from. And if you're going fast, you're just going to miss most of it. It's real. You might spot like things here and there, but you're not going to see hardly anything. So enjoy. You're not missing anything here. Some of the things I'm saying is kind of interesting, but like I'm like, this, I go, if you really look at this, you can just tell it's impossible. Like, that's what I say. It's funny to hear me back then. I'm like, if you could see this, like, if you really look at this, you can just tell, like, those three right there that you're seeing are pinned in with one club, like, down at the right side, at the bottom. They're wedged into the tree, and this club pushes them in. I think I show it. Sorry about the talking over the video. I'm insecure. All right, over and out. Enjoy. The video starts soon. To be honest with you. Hey, next time we hear that loon, completely ignore it and go the way we're going, because he's just trying to slow us down. You guys, I was going to help this guy, but he's just weird. Like, look at him. I'm not going to roll the window down. It's going to be blurry. He doesn't look. He doesn't show you his sign or anything. He's got a sign. I felt like saying something, but he doesn't look at you. Like, if you want some free money, you better just look at me first and show me your sign. He just looks down. I guess you have to get his attention. I'm not sure. You guys, this is crazy. I'm on a closed road. I had to get off to get gas. At a half a tank, I made the call. Like, because you never know. If you get stuck out there overnight and you got no gas, like, it's not only going to shut down the road even more. You're not going to be happy. So I got gas over now. This guy just cut me off, like literally cut me off. There's nothing I can do. I'm going as fast as I can. Let's get his license plate. I mean, I'm talking reckless driving, you guys. And I'm not going slow. Like, I was completely in line with the cars in front of me. He literally reckless pulled me over, reckless driving. Right there, look, he's reckless driving again, see? If I catch up to him, we shall have words. Oh yes, we shall have words. Just pull up and just literally point my gun right at him. Like with the look of death on my face. Just be like, shh, shh. There's nothing that makes someone more scared. The toughest of idiots will beg for their lives as soon as you point a gun at them. Not that I would do that to anyone, but I don't know, man. Some people need correction, and it's not the police. It's not. They need. It's you guys. It's the basis of all those movies. You know, like the revenge movies and stuff. Because sometimes things have to be put into your own hands. You just can't. These people like that need to be taught a lesson in life. And I'm not really. We're talking about a reckless driver, so I'm just using him as an example. There was no reason for him to do what he did. He's not going to go anywhere. We're on a sheet. It's literally a sheet of ice, you guys. That's not pavement. It's ice. Okay? You don't cut people off like that. He almost caused, and then everyone behind me almost crashed as well. I think that's what got me pissed off. And, you know, it's just uncool. Very uncool. Could I go to prison? Absolutely. No, I'm kidding. You guys, please let me just say something, okay? When I say this stuff, I'm just talking crap, okay? Everyone has like a little stick. Like, this is what I do. I like to exaggerate that stuff. Like, you know, is it an exaggeration? I mean, maybe not sometimes. But usually, yes. I would never hurt anybody. But I think, like, teach someone a lesson, yes. Make them think they're going to be hurt, yes. You know, it makes people think. Let me give you one analogy, and I'm going to stop this talking, okay? You're speeding, everything's going great. You're driving to Florida, to New Jersey to Florida, and everything's going great. And all of us, you know, you're doing like 109, you know, you're doing 90, you're doing 100. Oh, next thing you know, boom, cops behind you, pulls you over. Like, it changes everything. Like, regardless of whether he gives you a ticket or lets you go, as soon as you pull out, you're right back to a conformed citizen again, typically. You know what I mean? Are you going to be careful for a while again? So, it's the same idea. We're going by, hold on a second. My windshield's going by Breck. Or I'm sorry, yeah, this is Breck, but Breck's out there. This is actually, we're coming up to Silverthorne, and this would be Dillon on the right. This is a nice area, you guys. It's a little chilly here, but it's really family-oriented type of a place. And if you get real lucky, you can get into bumper-to-bumper stopped traffic, like I'm doing right now. Oh my God. All right, let me get off of here. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Hold on a second. I think it's too much snow, man. See, I can get these guys on film right now because I know because they give me like they're right there. But I don't want them. I want a Bigfoot. That's what I do. I'm not Colorado the others. I'm Colorado Bigfoot. I don't want to. I mean, that other thing is interesting. It's like, you know, if you told the world, like, hey, if you guys want to know what these ghosts are, if you want to know what all this stuff is, people will be like, yes, we want to see their faces. But after a while, like, I don't know, man, I get kind of bored of them. I don't get bored of these creatures that look like us with hair. That's what I don't get bored of. And they're hard to see, and I don't know what their deal is, and they do seem to act differently in the winter. And check this dude. I'm going far, but wow. Why would he be facing the other way? Yeah, you see it? Layton, you know they're watching. You guys, we know they're watching because of the I mean, they come out like it's a whole event going on. It's no different than you getting beers and going to like a football game. As soon as there's like some crazy accident, and it seems like especially a fatality, based on my one experience. Like fatality, they're out there checking it out, just like you would. No different. Just taking it in, checking it out. It was action, you know. They love action. It's one thing I've determined that there's no question about it. That they're going to watch it. They're going to check it out. That they don't. We share that common trait where if something's going on, your eyes are going to look at it if possible. Let me turn it back on when I get closer. We'll see what's up with this dude. I want to point, while I'm sitting here in traffic, I want to point something out. This is not I'm not doing this just to give myself something to do. Notice, you guys, this is people that are actually out there looking. I don't care if you're 110 years old and you're driving your car down and you keep an eye out for structures. This is for everybody. When you see the leaners and you can't figure it out, okay, so first of all, there's a symmetrical X there that I never would have seen. Where is it? It's right there. I can't really look at my viewfinder because it's right there. There's an X. There it is. Right? It's theirs. Look up above where they try not to be blatant. They do this all for them. None of this has anything to do with you. Remember that. I know this for a fact now. It's all them. Notice the leaners, how they're exact. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all the same. There's not one tree falling. Well, there is one maybe. But that's about it. And all of those leaners are the same. Look even down the line. Those are all markers and they're all the same. And occasionally you'll see them do it left and right. It'll go left, right, left, right, left, right, and then, but you'll notice that the similarities is they're leaning exactly the same degree left to right. And you'll see the same thing every single time, and it doesn't register for like a year or two. It's like, it takes a while. Like now I read it like, it's like I'm reading a word in, like in Spanish. I can read it, but I don't know what it means exactly. That type of thing. So keep an eye on those leaners. This is amazing. It's happened by accident. I'm gonna put this in the video. Look at this, you guys. Teepee. Okay. This is not an accident. There's a sideways X. It said, there's a sign right on that sign that said accident 2 miles ahead. Which sucks. I'm gonna have to bump off, lose my spot because I want to get gas. I have half a tank and I'm not taking a chance. I think it's gonna be enough to get through there, but just in case it's not. Look at that X, you guys. Look at this X right on the side of the road. I told you that's a spot. You know why? No one ever sees it, and that one's pretty blatant. You can't see it. People are going too fast. Your eyes cannot see something going that fast. Plus, it doesn't become visible till you're already past it on the other side of the road. This whole entire thing is marked right there. And here's the kicker. I know exactly. It's not even a kicker, but I just know exactly what's on top. I know what's up there. I've never been up there, but I've worked back in there, and you can almost drive up there, and I was on an excavator up there for 3 weeks, and I had a really good idea. They were right around me. It's one of the times that's when just before I got in this full time, I was like, that's it. Like, I'm excavating, and they're in the bushes, like, Mark, you're doing the wrong job. Or something. I don't know what was going on. Another one right there. Look at that. I'm telling you guys, these are all structures. That looks like one that they sit on right there. That's definitely a sitter in the summer. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. That's the name of the video. There's no doubt about it. Hey, forget about it. Hey, what is that, UFO? Seriously, what is that? Why can't I see it? I think it's a plane. Yes, there's a plane up there, but I can't see it. Or a UFO. It doesn't have any jet stream at all. I can't tell, and now I can't see because of the sun. This guy in front of me is like, what is this guy doing? Look, blatant marks right in the middle as well. This is a great spot right there. I just told you where it was. Right there. You know why? Because you can't get there. There's no way. There's no way to park. There's no way to get there. It's probably private property. But, it's not a bad place to glance at. Interesting. Because that's an X right there. It's a built X. When did they do that? It just shows you it's probably 2 in the morning. They're standing right there. Nobody even sees them. I know they made that. It's one of the things that kills me. I got to figure it out for myself is when they do that. I know I've walked up while they were building stuff, but like when did the guy run out and do that? He's like, all right, it's your turn. don't get seen. They probably do it with their device on. My guess is they do that and you can't see them. Look at, there's another one right there, right in the middle, guys. These aren't accidents. I've been seeing these. They change as well. I think they sit there and wait till you see the next one. I'm going to leave it on. I think they sit there at nighttime. I'm not even kidding. I don't think it's during the day. I really don't, even in their magic. It may be, but I don't think so. Not a Bigfoot. Those are Sasquatch structures, though, you guys. They're marker. I think they're beyond markers. It looks like they just go in there and sit there at 1 in the morning. Remember, nobody looks. You can't stop. Let's just say you saw 10 Bigfoots. You would be like, hey, there's 10 Bigfoots, and you're gone. You know what I mean? By the time you came back, you're like, it's very safe for them in there. That's why I tell Parkway, there's people that drive on the highway down there, like, if that's what he does anyway, I'm not sure. Like, look in those in-between things, in between the highways. This is a tiny one. I'm talking about that thick forest, especially in Maryland. And there they are. There's a structure right there I can't show you. It's really cool. You thought I'm doing this because I have no choice. I'm just stuck in traffic. But just in case you thought that was an accident, look at it closer. There's no way. Look at the bend behind it, you guys. Look at that. That's one of theirs. Anybody that does this will tell you it's one of theirs. There's not a Bigfoot guy that does structures that'll tell you that arch that they didn't do. It's not snow load, guys. This snow, look at the snow. There's no snow on the trees hardly at all. There's one spot. And it's because it's so light. Remember, this is powder. And especially here, it's always powder. Like in the Silverthorne area because it's always chilly.
That's blatant. I can't figure it out. Why mark the center of the road? I know they did it. Why? Because it was always marked. This forest probably was so important to them 30, 40 years ago. This wasn't even here that long ago. This has been here since the 60s. That's it. So, all right, over now. And one more tough thing, guys, too. Like when I'm doing stuff like this, where I just start filming, where I'm on vacation. Well, not vacation, but I have to do a family. It's someone died. I don't have. You know me. When do you ever see me out of here unless I have to be? You know. I am doing my first one in years. I'm going to meet my parents. Literally just so I could see my parents. Like my kids are busy with school and stuff like that, and I know I'm gonna have to plan a trip to Virginia again. So maybe I'll hook up with Dave and I don't know, maybe John, Pappas, people like that. Like when I go back to Virginia, because I figure, why do it now? This is the ideal time, but I'm not feeling like things are weird with me. The doctor did call about the MRI. I didn't answer because it was like in the afternoon, and I was like, I don't want to know. At the moment he called me, I didn't want to know. Like if it was bad news, I want to go through this weekend without knowing the bad news. And then I'll find out. Like Monday's a good day to find out bad news, right? I have this little weird feeling, well, mostly because of my symptoms, but also because of the way the tech looked at me. So I'm just hoping that it's all okay. We'll see. And that's it. So, so one of the issues is like, do I put this in a video? Like, and there's people that'll say yes, and then there's people that'll say no. You know, so it's like, I have to make a decision. Like, is it pretty enough to show? Like those, I think I'll throw those structures in, right? Why not? If you're sitting in traffic on the side of the road, and all of a sudden there's like really good structures there. At least it's moving again, thank goodness. I made the choice just to stick with it. I got onto a closed road. Like in other words, I got gas and I got back on, just knowing I could be sitting here all night. But now it's moving, thank goodness. So here we are. We're coming down into the town of Silverthorne. It's really pretty. This is where Breck is, Breckenridge, and it's a busy town, and it's an active town. So a lot of people will come here. Sometimes they come here moving up here for the first time because it's a place where you can get a job. You know, there's like, it's not a huge city. It's actually not that big. There's Dillon, Silverthorne, and then you can actually go if you went out that way. Like there's one road that leads out of there, and that would go to Steamboat. It's a really pretty drive. So I'm just kind of giving people that are coming up here want that kind of info. Like, you know, where can I go? So Silverthorne's, they have the outlets. It's right off, the outlets are literally right off the road, off 70. You can see them, they're right there. Those are the outlets, like right in there. So that's kind of good, you know, for the girls. Whether they're good prices or not, it's a different story. I don't know. And then you can go to Steamboat that way. That's where Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell live out there. They're pretty active, I hear, in that town. Like everybody knows them. They're really cool. Like I hear they go out to eat a lot, and they're just nothing but just cordial and nice to everybody. What I hear, because you do get the inside local scoops. You know, like, oh man, that guy's mean. He comes in, he doesn't tip. Like you find out after a while. Anyway, over now. I think I'm going too fast to film. Let's see. One of the problems is my windshield just gets covered. I want to film this. This is not just trying to get footage. This is something that goes on here. I noticed that. Oh, you know what I want to hit? I want to see if I can't hit the what you call it? Their main spot. I spotted it. Look at that. I don't think that was there last time. TP structure, because this is insanity. I can't look, you guys, so I'm just going to I'm going to hope I get some kind of footage here. Not necessarily them, but like just like that. Like give me TP structures. I'm slowing down good. There's something new. There's their mound. That's where they live, right there, guys. It's right there. What if I get 3 seconds on there? I'm happy. That's it. I told you, the mounds. You look in front, there's symmetrical X's that lead all the way up to it, you guys. You got to see, there's a structure up there that's so colossal. I can't film it for you guys. It's like, the trees are so much bigger in the structure trees than the trees you're seeing, and it's like 20 of them, and it's so amazing. And it's at the top up there, and I don't know how to ever see it. I'd have to get dropped. You'd have to like pull over, have someone just run into the woods. I don't know if it's legal or not. I would just do it like for the heck of it. It's something I want to do one day. But it's just finding someone to get here. This is over an hour just to get here on the highway. Look at the X's. There's symmetrical X's right there. They're not an accident either. This is a special, special place. I'm telling. Look how thick. I'm telling you, that mound is really the main area. You'll see. And you know what? It'll start being other people all of a sudden because they hear me say it, and then what happens is like other researchers that use me as a tool for their work, that don't want to acknowledge me. They listen to everything I say, then all of a sudden you see the same videos coming out. He wants to pretend like to his people like he figured it out. You guys have seen it like at least a few hundred times now, where someone, I'm not talking about Brandon or Callie, I'm talking about like people that are starting channels after watching mine. They won't credit me and they pretend like they knew that too. You know, things like that, which is great. That's what I do. It's awesome. But to just, you know, you could say, hey, I learned this from Mark. That's all. Not so I get people to look at me, just so it's you saying thank you for stealing all my material and knowing everything on this subject. You know, it's all pretty easy once you know it, you know, but without knowing it, it's one of the hardest things in the world. And it's, you know, this knowledge is all taken from me. My pictures are all taken from me. My video, look at that X. My videos are all taken from me, stolen from me, mirrored channels, things like that, which is great. You want to use my stuff, feel free. But why didn't you just ask? Because I would have said yes. I don't even have to like you. I would have just said, hey, no problem, man. Thanks for asking. But nope, they're stealing it as their own. It's amazing. People showing my picture, my still pictures as their own. Like putting it in a video going, look what I got this weekend. I'm looking, it's me. I'm like, what the hell? That's not fair, you guys. Over now. Leave the stuff out front. It doesn't look like a very, I mean, they're not down here, at least, put it that way. In the summer, I mean, the winter, I'm not seeing, you know, like anything. I saw some deer tracks and stuff. There's deer there. There's actually a real path right there. What is that from, you guys? Right there. It's hard. I could get into an accident here. I just want you to see these structures. I want you to tell me if there's others on them, then fine. But there's no giant Bigfoot walking down to these things in the wintertime. I can tell you that right now. Not in the way we know of, which is your feet. I mean, there could be, but I'm not seeing. It snows a lot up here. It's more snow than you think over there. Look at the structures. Look at that one bend right there. Sorry, I know it's bouncy. There's a bend right there it's like an arch. It's incredible. They just sit right there. I'd love to walk through these tight. Look how thick that is. Go up in the middle of that, and then that's the others. It's never Sasquatch when I walk into a thick canopy like that. It's always the others. And where are the others? On the outside, seem like it's almost like they create a village around the Sasquatch people, in my opinion. Now, so are the Sasquatch people these interdimensional beings that it almost seems like that's what they are. Some people are right. It's almost like we're all right and we're all wrong in the subject. In other words, they're possibly interdimensional creatures, right? I mean, that's been talked about since way before anything I've done. So forget about structures and all that stuff, that they're possibly interdimensional. And this guy wants to get over, I think. He's in the new Yukon. I figure I'd let him get over. If people are cool, man, I'll do anything for you. If you're gonna cut me off and make everyone have an accident, like the guy on the way here, then I'm gonna kill you. if you have your blinker on and you're asking nicely, I will do anything I can to help you. Look at that, another one. Where's it going? There's symmetrical X. Where's it going? Right up the hill. I don't know if I can get it on the camera or not, but it's right in there. I think you'll be able to find it. These people cutting me off, it's like crazy. It's amazing how freaking stupid some of these people are. But do they have any idea who they just cut off? And then I could just go off. I'm teasing. Driving in with a bunch of morons is a state of mind. You have to. This is not a joke. You've got to, and this is a lot of you I'm speaking to. Even you girls. Fuck yeah. It's like when they're on the road. It's a state of mind. You either decide you're going to rage Or are you just gonna let everything go by? I've been cut off like 6 times now. Like, there's no gap in between the cars, and the guy cuts me off. You know what I mean? Like, because he's desperate. Where's he going? Nowhere. He's on the way to go nowhere. He can't go anywhere. It's bumper to bumper traffic, and people are insane. Is what it is. You think I'm insane? Well, the rest of the world is way more crazy than me. You may be right. Actually, I may be going crazy over this, but I am being honest, and I'm more sane than most of the world. That's a fact. That's the fact, Jack. What's that from? Stripes? Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the left or the right? So, is the stuff I feel like the stuff I'm showing you is more like summer. Like, I can't get beyond my common sense. Like, I think, is there one sitting up there in a hole with 6 feet of, maybe, but I don't know. I can't help but to see a place this high up in terms of it being warmer for some reason. It's so deep. I'm giving out license plates to people that should be getting a ticket from the police. And he's watching me film them, so that's another reason I'm filming. Don't care. What's he gonna do? Nothing. He could do absolutely nothing. If he got out of the car, it'd be the biggest mistake he ever made. First of all, I'm running video. And then I let him throw a punch. If he throws a punch at me, then that's the biggest mistake he ever made. Because now I can put my camera down. I got that so far. Like, here it comes. Boom. Say, okay, guys, can you just put this down for a second? Because that's when you can take someone out. As long as you got the documentation, the structure right there. I'm telling you, this is special. These are where the big boys are, you guys. These are big, giant, like Yetis and stuff. I'm not making it up. This is where the tails come from. This is where it's all about, right here. I just want to see Bigfoot skiing. That's what I want to see. I just want to see him skiing, snowboarding. That'd be cool. All right, guys, over now. Want to hear a story? Because I'm back in traffic. I just got out of the tunnel. I actually saw one here one day watching the road, and I got him on camera, and they got the timestamps. And he's right behind a bend, and the bend is still there. And I want to show it to you. I've mentioned it before, so I don't know who'll remember that, but I'm never able to film it because I'm not going that slow. It's right there. He was right behind that bend. How do I make that up? I guess I can make it up, but I didn't. There's a bend there. I don't want people to think I'm zooming in on their faces. This is right at Loveland Ski Area, and then the forest behind it is just out of control. Look how beautiful the forest, you guys. It's magical. He's just sitting there. It's almost like he let me see him. He's like it's like winking at you. It's like, but I was, you go. It's not traffic, so of course when you're sitting in traffic, he's not just sitting right there. And I have this feeling, like I said, up here it seems different in the wintertime. I don't know what they do. I think they're down cozy comfy somewhere. I think it's down. I really do. I have no evidence of that, but I go by the caves and these entrances that I find. They're all going in and down. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Unless they walk in these things and disappear to space. I mean, which is just, I find it very hard that there's literally like a billion of these guys. I mean, including the others around the world, and they're not going to space every time. Okay, it's just not happening. I don't believe it. Is it possible? Yeah, sure. Anything's possible. I believe. I really believe that expression now. Anything is possible. I think that meant for us, but I believe it universally. Anything is possible. What the heck was that? Something happened there. Something came down that hill right there. What is that? It's weird. Looks like they threw it. So who's seen the first Charlie's Angels? When I think it's the first one, and they're in this cool house, and he throws her off the balcony or whatever, which she grabs on. And I like that guy. He's an Iron Man too. Literally an Iron Man also, and Iron Man too. I meant. That's the house right there. It's right there. That was the house at Charlie's Angels. I hope you can see it good enough. Probably not, because this is what I'm doing. That's pretty good considering I'm driving next to a tractor trailer. Yep, they use that house. Pretty amazing. You'll know. You'll if I got it on camera, you'll recognize it. Kind of. It's one of a kind. This house. So the scout. I don't know how they found it, but if it was the site locators or it was someone that knew somebody, but they're like, we got the house, and they filmed it there of all places. They went to, I guess, basically Denver, Colorado to film. This is right above Evergreen, Colorado. Just in case you cared. Over now. So you guys, I have so much non-Bigfoot related material. I might talk about something, I can't remember, but just in case I do put this video up, I'm going to do one more clip. I went in there. I went in the store. That's what made me actually stop here. I just wanted to get a water. And I saw these. And I told the guy, so it turns out it's just like in Jersey, like the owner of the store is one of the Hindu guys, like a 7-Eleven owner. And he was really nice though. And I was like, I go, the guy the lady, whoever does that for you. He's like, yeah. And I said, tell him you need Bigfoot. He said, yes, he has those too. He said. I was like, well, I don't see any. Apparently that's $150 just for one, which is, there's a lot of work there. Just a little one is $150. Would I have bought one for no? Because I can't. It's a novelty. It's not a necessity. I can't spend $150 on it. But it would have been really cool. If I told him, I said, people like Bigfoots. I said, Bigfoot's in now. It's really popular. He said, yes. I said, you know how I know? He said, how? I said, the internet told me. That's what I told him. I didn't tell him like I do Bigfoot. I just said, I learned on the internet that it's really good. I said, go to YouTube. They have good videos. That's funny. Bigfoot. Not bears. I mean, those are cute and all, but it's just old school. We need Bigfoot. This is 2020. Not the Paddington Bear was, 1980. So give us some Sasquatch. And you can make cute Sasquatches. They don't have to be some big monster. It could be some cute one. It's all in the expression. You just make them, you can make them nice. So someone that has no idea about the subject still may like it if it was, if it was done properly. So that's all. I wanted to show you that. I may make a video at some point with just a bunch of traveling. Like, I'm looking at a structure down the street. I'm driving to Denver. I'm looking at stuff at the gas station. You get to see sights. I do discuss some Bigfoots. And I don't know. It's just going to be a one of a kind video where it's not, may not be that good, but it'll be on, just basically vlogging and talking and driving around. I kind of like that. If it's not me, like if I get to see someone else, I kind of I like the sights, and I like to hear people are saying when it's random. I don't like people making stuff up. So I'd rather listen to some dude just randomly driving in his car. So I'm hoping, I know not all of you will feel that way, but hopefully there's a few people that don't mind it. And because I feel like I've spent hours filming the traffic and stuff, that it would have wasted time if I don't just put a couple clips up. Maybe what I'll do is start adding them to the end of videos. Like, hey, here's a Bigfoot video. If you want to still watch nothing after that, like just driving around Colorado, then you can stick around and just listen to me driving. But